walk out and clap for you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our winter concert here in the Peters Township High School period. My name is Steve McGuff. I'm the high school musical orchestra director. I also work with the middle school students as well. Most of you I've known for 6, 7, 8, 9 years. So expect nothing different. I'll try to say some things that'll help you to understand why we do what we do. I'll make some jokes that I think are funny, and then they'll laugh that there's nobody laughing, and then we'll have a good time. So that first piece we played, obviously, was It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. It's a perfect piece to start, open up a holiday concert with. But the big challenge here when you're working with students is nobody wants to play holiday music in September, right? So there's going to be quite a few pieces that have nothing to do with the holidays. And the first two pieces that we listened to here that we're going to perform for you were pieces that help to kind of bring in the freshmen who are just joining the orchestra. It gives us a chance to kind of create music that has correct answers. You know what I mean? Kind of more like a realist painting versus something abstract or poppy. So the first piece is a piece of music by Beethoven. It's from the Creatures of Prometheus, and then we also play a piece of music by Bach called Sleeper's Wake. So please enjoy this set of 2 tunes. Okay, lovely, right? They sound great? Absolutely, thank you. Thanks, Dan. So, the next piece of music we're going to play is completely different. And we talk about playing different characters. You know, we can talk about eras and what was happening in the world as they play music, but it's really helpful to just kind of picture the characters, you know, and what was going on or what it might feel like to exist in that time. So these things, there wasn't a lot of chance, there was a lot of, oh yeah, right, music like that, if you play too loudly, things like this. So they did a lovely job of creating that kind of a very real sound, and everything was right where it was supposed to be. The next piece is called The Legend of Duffy's Cut. So this is a little bit more of like a storytelling piece. And it has some fun movements, a lot of different tempi, and it's the legend that it's discussing is the mysterious deaths of 50 or so Irish immigrant workers when they were cutting a cut for the railroads over in eastern Pennsylvania. There's some question as to what actually happened, cholera, maybe something worse with management. I don't know, they're not sure. Research has been done, but they couldn't come up with any answers. But you'll hear, you know, journey across the water. You'll hear certainly things that sound like a railroad, a train picking up a lot of speed. And then the final little snippet is called Unanswered Questions. So you hear it end with kind of like a question mark. So again, a little bit of storytelling here from our high school orchestra. up with a treat for you. Every year we have the seniors. Perform a piece that they pick themselves, they rehearse themselves, they put together 100% independently. So true leadership opportunities, and they've chosen a piece from the movie Anastasia, and it's called Once Upon a December. I was thinking it was a Christmas Eve. I think it was December this year. Of the functional memory of a goldfish, my apologies. So, they very quickly got themselves set up here, and go ahead and enjoy Once Upon a December. Nice job, seniors. Well done. Congratulations. I feature the seniors in the springtime a little more. They actually do all the speaking in between the pieces and introduce themselves a little bit more, but that's just a couple of little ways we acknowledge the many, many years of service that the kids have given to the orchestra. So next up, we're going to play a piece that seems very out of place for a holiday concert. It's called This Is Halloween, but again, remember, nobody wants to play holiday music in September. This is Halloween, October, from the movie The Nightmare Before Christmas. Figured it worked well enough. So we worked on this back in October, but honestly, pitch-wise, in terms of tonality, this is the toughest piece that they'll play. It cycles through many, many different keys, a lot of different accidentals. It sounds kind of like a cutesy thing, but it's actually quite challenging and difficult to perform. So please enjoy This Is Halloween. So that's the first of 3 or 4 actual holiday tunes. That one's called O Mine Mysterium, O Great Mystery. And one of the greatest mysteries is randomly, I picked that piece. It's a choral piece originally, and this year our choir's going to sing it. I picked it randomly, and the band is playing the same piece. So it's kind of out of nowhere, didn't line it up or anything. It just kind of magically happened. So the next piece we're going to play is called Hanukkah Prayer Thanks, and has a lot of fun, energetic sounds to it, and also has some unique tonality things that are going on. We then played Wizards in Winter, which was borrowed from or inspired by Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and so there's a lot of energy there. And we'll have one final piece. I'm going to introduce you to a couple of musicians as well before we do that one. So please enjoy this next set of holiday music. That was a fun one, huh? So, I guess that's as close to electric guitars as our orchestra kids will get, unless they play electric guitar, which several of them do. So, the last piece we're going to play is called Angeli Alleluia, and it is a collection of some Christmas carols that people will most certainly recognize. And we will have a quartet of musicians who will be performing right at the beginning. And every morning, I have to give these kids so much credit. They come in, it's 7:35 in the morning, and it's always gray in Pittsburgh in the wintertime. So anytime the sun is up, we have the most beautiful view out of this room right out here. The blinds are wide open, it doesn't matter if everybody's like, I just said, you're gonna miss the sun in February, you gotta take it, right? So they sit there and they take the sunlight, right? They have to adjust stands so that they can see their music. But they come in bright and early in the morning, and they're there, they're willing to work, to create. I say this practically every time I have a microphone in my hand, but everyone's like, wow, these kids are so talented. No, they work really hard. That's the reality, right? Using the word talent is a way that those of us who don't work as hard on something just dismiss it as like, oh wow, they're on a pedestal, they've been given some magic fairy dust sprinkled on them. No, they consistently work. And one person that's worked particularly hard is Miss Ava Chismar. I wanted to introduce her to you, and she's our concert mistress, and she's actually going to be performing. She qualified for a seat in the PMEA Honors Orchestra, District 1 Honors Orchestra, and she and Ben Price, who plays viola, will be representing us in what's called regular district orchestra. This one they audition to go to regions in all states. So congratulations to both of them and a couple other people auditioned. So in addition to Ava on the opening, one of my favorite names to say, Hannah Jo Catania, right here on second only to Bailey McGugan. Bailey McGugan's probably a 30-year-old woman walking around town. I just remember when I started teaching the name Bailey McGugan was kind of fun to say. But Hannah Jo Catania, and then we have Ben Price playing, and then we also have our dear first cellist, Katie Petrocanics. And so we're going to send you off with an uncharacteristic closing song, but you'll see there's some lovely energy. So hopefully you enjoy this evening of music and you appreciate the wonderful work that's been done by these amazing young humans. And please enjoy Angeli Alleluia.